Hello everyone, this is Weiyi. Today, let's talk about the pollution patterns of microplastics in coastal sediments around the world. Believe it or not, we are all living in a world with plastic pollution. According to a report by the Pew Research Center, about 11 million tons of plastic are dumped each year, and among them, our main character today, microplastics, accounts for 11% of ocean plastic pollution. What's even more surprising is that, according to experts, if humans don't make any changes to the current plastic situation, plastic pollution in the ocean will triple in 2024. So, what exactly is microplastic? According to the definition, microplastic refers to plastic particles less than 5 millimeters in length. Also, microplastics can come from the breakdown of all kinds of plastic objects, from car tires to clothing. Although microplastics have a small size, the potential harm it can do to our health is worth noting. For example, because of their large specific surface area, microplastics can enrich heavy metal ions as well as harmful organic matter, thus acting as a carrier of pollutants. Second, microplastics are found widely in the marine food chain, from sea turtles to the fish we can buy in supermarkets. If humans ingest this microplastic-contaminated seafood, microplastics can also enter the human body. Finally, as we all know, plastic is a very difficult substance to degrade, and once present somewhere, it can cause a long time contamination effect. This world map shows the countries in the world that are contaminated by microplastics. Blue countries indicate more serious microplastic pollution, while yellow indicated less serious microplastic pollution. Through the process of literature analysis, I mainly choose Virginia and North Carolina in the United States, the East Coast of China, and Hong Kong as my focus of study. Based on my three locations of focus, I got some really interesting findings to share with you here. First, I found that sediment particle size in the coastal zone has an impact on microplastic enrichment. The smaller the particle size, the more enriched the microplastics. Second, the geography of the coastal zone also has an effect. Semi-enclosed bays are more likely to accumulate microplastics than fully open bays. Thirdly, seasonal and temporal spatial effects also influence the distribution of microplastics in the coastal zone. Those places with more frequent climate changes, such as Hong Kong, are more likely to enrich microplastics during the dry season than during the rainy season. Finally, human activities is also an important factor driving microplastic enrichment, especially at coastal zone, because many people like to walk on the beach and having some activities. With more frequent human activities, it can lead to higher level of microplastic enrichment. Another very interesting thing I noticed in the literature search was that microplastic contamination became more severe during the period of COVID-19. The main reason for this is people littering used medical masks into the environment. When people gather in the coastal zone, the microplastics produced by the degradation of the masks also have an impact on the local area. As researchers developed deeper, they also found that microplastics would be more easily released as the masks aged, while aging masks would also exponentially increase the release of microplastics, thus causing greater harm to the environment. That's why we should all be careful to throw our personal protective equipment in the trash rather than randomly throw it in the environment. So, what else should we look out for? I think we can answer this question in three dimensions. From the standpoint of the government, which is the policymaker, the government can increase the recycling capacity of plastic waste and encourage people to reduce the use of plastic for sure. And from the standpoint of companies, who are the main producer and sellers of plastic, they can reduce plastic production for sure and adopt recyclable or reusable packaging. This can also save their money for producing new plastics. And at last, from the standpoint of individuals, we are all the buyers of plastic. We can reuse the plastic products and try to recycle the plastic bags from now on. Therefore, we can show our hands on the protection of the environment. So that's all for my presentation. This is the reference, and thanks for listening.